Hello, everybody. We got another subscriber, which looks like it was my brother while I was off. So thank you, Nate. I appreciate that. We're up to 4 subscribers, which is awesome. So we're gonna play West of Loathing because World of Warcraft is down. I gotta make a tweet real quick. I forgot. Dang it. I should have done that before I went or turned on the camera. Let's see here. Give people a little bit more time to continue coming in. Hope everyone's having a good day. Post that. I think you better like getting some good thumbnails and pictures for posts. Also need to figure out how to edit my videos down to TikToks. That might help a lot with viewership. Alright, I've made my posts. So I went, did a little bit of stuff before I got back on. Because I leveled up our Great Northern Blizzard a little bit, Hellbender a little bit of Mysticality. I think I did a little bit of Gumption or something. And then we got Safe Kraken picked up because we got it from a random thing when I was farming up XP and money. I wasn't really doing anything story-wise. That's like the only story-ish thing that I did, which wasn't really story. It was just a random person gave me Safe Kraken. We still need lock picking, but for the moment we at least have Safe Kraken, which means we can get some of those opened. And I learned the book for Vampiric Yodel, which we picked up last time, technically. I probably shouldn't be using all the Necromancer stuff, but I am. Because honestly, it keeps giving me terrible things. Because the Vampiric Yodel gave me minus 10 HP. I got minus 3 muscles the time before. I think we got another one too, didn't we? Yeah, white hair, minus 3 Moxie, which sucks when we're doing mostly Moxie right now. But yeah, overall, just leveled up, got some more skill points. I did learn that our companion cannot level anymore. She's stuck at 17 damage for her AoE. So maybe that's why everyone says she sucks, because she does not do much damage outside of skeletons. Outside of skeletons, she does 17 damage. It is to everyone, but like my AoE is doing like 50 damage right now to every enemy, so we may have a hard time going further. I mean, we should be able to beat it because I'm pretty sure I used her last time I played and I beat the game. So, so I think we're doing the cemetery right now. Well, it looks like I can take more than one. Well, let's work on one at a time for now, though. So we gotta figure out that puzzle at the cemetery next. And that was at the military cemetery. I have no idea what the puzzle is anymore. You pass by two skeletons who are facing each other with their arms akimbo in the traditional shootout stare-down pose. When you stop to watch what happens, they both turn to look at you. Whoops. Fight them. Of course. So yeah, like, she can one-shot one of these opponent abilities, but 17 damage when they have 91 health and 88 health is not a lot. Again, mine does 47 to 48, and I'm not even really doing a mysticality build. So she's not very good. It's probably something I should have thought about. We can always do another run. Maybe when we get a few more followers, so that when we have more people to make some decisions with us and help us do puzzles. Because I'd still like to do the DLC too. It's the caretaker shanty. Investigate. You poke around in the shed. The caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. Looked like the mayor was right about him having wandered off. Guess you're gonna have to fetch him back here to do his job. Look at the tools. Well, tool singular. There's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you leave it alone. It's not like you'd be able to dig twice as fast. Look underneath the chair. Like all chairs owned by this one or by one guy, has years worth of lint and food crumbs underneath it. Gross. Scoop out the desk. It's covered with old paint, spattered newspapers, and features a large collection of tiny jars of paint, as well as a jar of fine-tipped brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. Curious. Check out the flyers tacked on the wall. You find a flyer for Military Reenactment Enthusiast Society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memorial. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. Oh, interesting. We were already there once. We already did all the games with them. I don't think there's anything new up here. Alright, so that took us Fort Memorial. You spy a patch of loco weed growing next to the trail. You hop down for a closer look just to make sure it's not loco grass or loco flowers. Forge up. You do a quick backflip, then make some funny noises by ratcheting your arm up and down with your hand in your armpit. The loco weed giggles, loosens its roots just enough for you to pluck a handful of it out of the ground and wring it into a little bottle. Crazy stuff, man. I'm gonna feed that to our horse. Alright. Hey, Melvin. Ooh, are you the caretaker? Nope, I think Jeff said something about having a day job. He hasn't been that day for like 2 weeks, though. Haha, snort. Which was Jeff. I'm the cemetery. No, that's Jeff. I'm paralegal. There's a lot of those in this hobby, I've noticed. Yeah, because here, if you lose the argument, nobody goes to jail. Hey, Jeff. Hey, are you the cemetery caretaker? Yeah, that's me. Did one of the other guys tell you? I tried to keep it hush because people assume you're a weirdo if you work at a graveyard. I'm actually here to tell you to get back to work because those skeletons are wandering out of that part of the place and causing trouble for the neighbors. Aw, nuts. Alright. Well, look, I'm on a real winning streak here. I'll go back once it's over, okay? Now, Fox, You've already lost. Look at the table. Huh? You're outflanked. They still have reinforcement shit that's left. You've got maybe one common bombardment still in you, but the dice are way against you on this terrain. You got 2 turns left tops. Oh, geez. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, fine. Hey guys, I'm gonna cut out and go back to work. I'll catch you next week. Oh, we solved that problem. Is there any safe krakens to kraken and... Gotta go back. I'm gonna go here real quick because I think we picked up more bean stuff last time. Off to one side of the desert trail, a skeleton is sitting on the shade of a rocky ridge. It looks like some poor traveler must have succumbed to the heat. As you move closer to investigate, it appears that the skeleton is holding a book, and as you get close enough to see that it's a copy of the Longfellow translation Dante's Divine Comedy, you notice the skeleton is in fact reading it, turning the pages and making little notes in the margins with a pencil. Excuse me, you're in my light. Ah, talking skeleton. Sorry, you took me by surprise. It's a her. Ask about the book. Mm-hmm. Is it accurate? I'm making corrections. You know, most skeletons I meet just sort of hiss and attack me. Because you won't leave them alone while they're reading? I assume it was more because of them being rabid, mindless automatons. Interesting fact, that's how I got my girlfriend, as I bugged her while she was reading at work. She hated me. You might find out how rabid I can be if you don't stop bugging me. Keep talking. Seriously though, how do you talk without lungs? I don't know. How do you talk without a brain? Well, gee, that's mean. Go away. Plus, like, you don't have eyeballs, so you shouldn't even be able to read. Though come to think of it, other skeletons are able to see me, so hiss. The skeleton drops her book and leaps for your throat. Fight her. We've done angered her. Darn angered her. Darn. You got a ring of smart thinking. Plus 6 domesticality. Now that we have the AoE, I was debating about actually trying to like max it out. Like do mass AoE damage. Problem is we can only use it once in combat right now. Some dense bare iron. A ladle, a saucepan, offhand 5 HP regen, hat, mysticality. Nice. I think we have a 7 mysticality weapons. Let's go with that. Yeah, I guess we can make the ladle too. Not very good. Thinking beans. Max HP, max AP, plus 10 armor. Cook something sublime. Ooh, plus 9 to all stats. Cook gilly beans, 20 item bonus. I think we're gonna go with that, because if we die again, we can get that. Because that's pretty useful stats. You encounter Goblin Chef out harvesting produce, by which I mean knocking lumps off a cactus. It gives you some real side-eye when it sees you. Hey you, a human, to keeping away from these lumps that are mine, or maybe I am to cooking you instead. What? You goblins don't people do eating, do you? Haha, no, gross. I did saying that to scare you away. Did you scared? Geez, a little, yeah. Nice. So, what's cooking? Lumps. Okay, then. Instead of bashing the cactus apart, have you considered cutting it up with a knife? What? Or to considering cactus with knife to cutting? Ah, yes. Another chef man suggesting this. But texture all of wrong. Here, you can have in his pants. They don't goblin legs fitting. Kitchen pants. If you can't stand the heat, there's no need to get out of the kitchen if you're wearing these. Some goes for cold, Same goes for cold, stench, fear, all sorts of things. Cool. Pants. Most are verbose. I don't know if we have to stress that too much. Yep, the caretaker's back on duty. Well, that's certainly good to hear. Those skeletons were a real nuisance. I'm sure... they sure have a way of getting under your skin. The mayor glances at the list of problems. Yeah, I like this joke of skeleton. Let's go missing mail this time. Our last batch of mail never got here. We don't know if something happened to the mailman or what. Go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. He used to be a mailman, so he can tell you where to start your search. You got it. Talk to... Howdy, are you Reginald? Who the Forcia are you? Name's Vikic the Great. The mayor's got me investigating some missing mail. Said you'd give me a line on where to start looking. Oh yeah, alright. I gave up being a mailman a couple years ago, but I doubt they've changed the system much. All the mail headed here used to go through a way station just southwest of here. I'll mark it on your map. Postal way station. Thank you, buddy. Didn't he say southwest? Northwest. Maybe I read it wrong. It says postal service priority, no trespassing. Trespass. Done did it. So stack of old newspapers. Go through them. Letter Roy Bean. Should have read it. Nothing interesting. Oh wait, there's an actual postcard in here that you could use. Blank postcard. Nice. There's an article about how they had to change the name of Boot Hill Cemetery to Reboot Hill Cemetery because of all the skeletons there coming back to life. Somebody has removed all the funnies, so there's literally no reason to care about them. Accurate. This cabinet is full of maps, but you have no idea what any of them mean. Maybe you could ask about it at post office in Dirtwater. Yeah, maybe. Why is there an outhouse in here? You don't even want to know what bureaucratic process were involved in the placement of this outhouse. Alright, looks like we're going to Dirtwater. Dirtwater? Way down there. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. Investigating it more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole in the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest and wandered away without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. Take the dynamite. Their lack of follow-through is your gain. Plus 2 sticks of dynamite. You got anything new? Still no. Alright. Hey, I need some help tracking down some missing mail. How do you mean? A mail delivery went missing on the way to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. The local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which one I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret, but I ain't supposed to just give it out either. A delivery going missing is bad news, though. I suppose it's alright just this once. Wait here a sec. After a couple of minutes, she comes back with a sheet of notepaper. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, you see? Based on region and direction of travel. She explains how to work out the code you need and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. Cool. Well, now we also have a letter, I think, right? I would like to send a postcard. You've already sent your postcard today. Ain't you heard of the Postcard Limitation Act of 1893? No, what's that? Okay, so the government put a restriction on prepaid postcards of 1 per citizen per day. Now, why do you think that might be? Well, to reduce strain on postal systems? Nope. That's what everyone guesses, but that ain't a thing. The wagons still make the trip no matter how many postcards on the board. Listen, we're talking so many postcards you need a second wagon. Well, that ain't likely. So, to restrict the free flow of information. Sounds about right. to keep the people from being able to say too much through the mail, so the left end of the territory don't know what the right end is doing, and vice versa. That way they can implement a different rule of law in each area. Whatever is most effective to keep them particular folks down. But people can still send letters? Pfft, letters. Who's got time to write out a whole letter in this day and age? But I ain't even got a real big part yet. Or I haven't even got to the real big part yet. What's the first two letters in conspiracy? Huh? C-O. Oh, jeez. That's right. They're in league with the cows. It's all a plot to keep us docile so they can deliver us up to these hell cows they summoned. You think the government deliberately summoned the cows? There's proof. The plan was referred to in a rider attached to a Senate Farm Aid bill that was passed 11 years ago, and when did the cows come home? That's right, 11 years. There's no way Senate bill says, let's summon cows from hell on it. No, not in such obvious words. Are you cracked? It's all in code and dog whistles, like, go look it up for yourself. Okay, even if I wanted to do that, the capital city isn't even in this territory. It's hundreds of miles away. And you think that's a coincidence? A CO incident? Okay, well that's very interesting. Bye now. Have we finished any of these jail things again? I couldn't figure that one out. Let's, the Gherkin Brothers, the Banana Pickle Factory. That's a new one. Cool. Okie. Now where were we headed next? You gotta go back up to the postal service. Your transponder bleeps and the signal leads to one of those L vibrato robots, which basically just doing aimless donuts around the forest clearing approach. Ooh, lots of health. Three scraps and a battery. I don't even remember where I was supposed to go back to talk to the or had the scientist I was supposed to be talking to for those. Use the cheat sheet to find the route map leads to the Breadwood. Follow the map. You follow the map along the route to Breadwood to find a suspicious looking house. Chuck's house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it. The place looks perfectly normal, after all, but you can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Look around. It's unmarked. There's no name on it or anything. You knock on the door and a voice inside calls out, "Come in, it's open, it's always open." And the door creaks open and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Oh, sorry. I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes, it makes lewd sound like lewd. I bead in breakfast. I see. People also tell me I emphasize words oddly. I don't get that at all. Not blood and breakfast. The bead and breakfast. Yeah, this looks... There's a large collection of steel chains, hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Let's ask about that. Sorry, that's private. That's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bead room. Alright, gotcha. It's a pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. Take a closer look. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleep Thyme and Earl Grape. There's a lot of blood on the floor here. Let's check about it. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that. Or you might think that, as this is certainly blood, like blood, but this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived. I see. Let's check about these now. Aha, you noticed my collection. Yes, it's, dramatic. It all belonged to my father and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? Haha, I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Chuck is staring at you. You notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares, then reset when he blinks, which is not often enough. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you? You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? That's what I slewed, yes. Could you have a look? Could I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. What's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. What kind of sausages? Long pork sauce. Long pork sausage is my grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right, I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. You mentioned a special tea blend. Yes, a very special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Huh. Has a mailman been by recently? Why, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here. In spirit. You sell the door. Man, I bet it's all kinds of horror down there, like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. It's locked, but is it locked to keep you out or keep something in? So what do I do? Oh, I clicked too fast. I swapped the labels, guys. You superstitiously swapped the labels. Chuck doesn't seem to have noticed. Okay. Huh. Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my hood down for a few minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me. Sneaky. Going through Chuck's drawer seems like maybe not a good idea. There's a key on top of the dresser, though. Yoink. I don't go through the drawer anyways. Chuck's sleeping pretty soundly, but you should be careful not to wake him anyway. Yeah. Yoink the door and steal yourself for what you were about to see. Go in. Doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected. Unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. Book left of the previous guys. See if there's anything good. Ooh, Advanced Bean Crab Volume LX. Locks and how to pick them. Yes! Lock picking. Horrifying concepts of Nex-Mex. What a haul. We are so excited for lockpicks. Read it. After done reading it, you donate to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go orphans, go. With Beanwall or Wary, we're going to go Beanwall. You practice the hills of beans flatter and flatter until they become walls. Unfortunately, just as you finally master the technique, you drop the book on the other side of one of the walls and lose it. Aww. There's a blank postcard on the nice end. Grab that. And a mail. Hey, it looks like the missing bag of mail. Grab it. You sling the sack of mail over your shoulder. Neither rain nor sleet nor super creepy B&B proprietors. You got it on Redwood missing stuff. As you climb out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yeah, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for a short mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but real personable, and his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure, no problem. Here you go. The mailman walks away with a bag over his shoulder, whistling a cheerful tune. Well, that's sorted, I guess. Is he still asleep? Should we wake him up now? Shock, we're sorry for thinking you're a murderer. A clacking, hissing sound draws your attention to a skeleton limping out of the shadows. He's wearing dry, rotted tatters of an old army jacket and is so full of holes that he's more a skeleton-shaped cloud of hovering bone splinters than a skeleton. He must have what they call true grit. Oh, that's a skeleton. We gotta kill a skeleton. You bust the skeleton up into fragments, well, smaller fragments. 30 XP. You gain on the item a coxie with hole in it. This is a human tailbone with a finger-sized hole shot through it. Literally a skeleton's butthole. That's great. Plus 5 muscle. Alright. I found that missing mail. Yep, found the missing mailman too. He's on his way to deliver. Excellent. I hope there's a new issue of Mayor Monthly. Sounds informative. The mayor glances at the list of problems on the post on the wall and paces around nervously. Offer help with another one. The overdue book. Our library has only got 4 books, so it's serious business when someone doesn't return one. Our records say it was loaned out to a lady named Alexandria. That was a couple of mayors ago, so I don't know her, but we've got an address. I'll go ask her. We should level up our lockpicking. That's expensive. We need 1,000 to fully max it. Well, we definitely want it maxed out. I might even pick up a few more lockpicks because I'll go through them. Yeah. Holloway's pin. Footlockers live H. Holloway and is very locked. The locker contains the key to its cell and a few miscellaneous sundries. So it's a silver pin in the shape of a mining pig with a jumble neck mine 1-year anniversary inscribed on the half. It goes on my lapel, 20 maximum HP. Nice. Might try to go to a few of these old places we've been to. I'll try to get some rescue mission. What's rescue mission? Oh, I think that's the one where I have to get a Band-Aid or something for the guy. To your delight, you see the silhouette of a big cactus tent towering over the pines. You discover a new map glitch. A circus. Go there now. I guess we're going to the circus, guys. Unexpected, but we're here. Looks like you found the circus. Those clowns we're talking about. Ugh, a circus. That's like a clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. There probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out demonic clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible so the clown manning the ticket booth won't suspect you. Know it's a horrible secret. Whistle innocently. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Accurate. Welcome to Barnaby's Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Slideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we're behind. Darn. I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to go inside, you'll need a ticket. I just so happen to have one. The clown looks very surprised. What? How did you... Well, great. Good for you, sir. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Thanks. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby's Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow, sir," in a loud, enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. As nonchalantly as possible, there are a bunch of clowns around, working at booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there don't seem to be more than a dozen or so, which is good. In that, it means the clowns can't disappear you that as easily if they figure out what you know. But on the other hand, if things go wrong here, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crosshair. Got it. Shoot everyone. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and then he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Talk to the clown. Howdy there, fella. Interested in you in a toy balloon? How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Oh, well, just take a look. Red. They're all red. Good thing that's my favorite color. How do you make them float like that? Well, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Ho ho, of course. I'll take one. One balloon. It's red. Anything else I can do for you? Can you tell me more about the circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho ho, what would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around. Get the lay of the land and all. Ho ho. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous job interesting? Oh, northwest-ish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Ho ho. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional when the, what do you call them, rodeos stop being put on. The rodeo clown took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it became a normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Ho ho. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman. Though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Ho ho! Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Excuse me. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. Okay, see you around, clown. Catch you later, like an alligator. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring the bell. Take a closer look. Well, howdy there, fella. This here game's a challenge of strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of the other games if you care to try your luck, though. I certainly won't stop you. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take the big mallet here and hit the lever under the bell, ring the bell, and you win. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby's Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Give it a shot. The clown takes your meat and puts a big mallet on the counter. You pick up the mallet, take a deep breath, smash that lever with a mighty swing. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite to the bell. Well, now, that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today, and that's gotta be worth something. Small plush bear, +4 melee attack. Nice. What happens if I only do the... Do I get anything for this one? No. Okay. I don't know. There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky ball cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out for it. What's it look like? A shiny steel, and it's on a little chain. Okay, I'll let you know if I find it. This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here. Take a closer look. Step right up, fella. Step right up. If I may you've the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you. Not really. And I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to the test. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a ton of if you've got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize? I'll take it to a stage show. Nice. Mysticality. You carefully scan the deck of cards as Clown spreads it out in front of you, and then he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? The Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as he can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That sure is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. What's this? This one gives me a small plush owl. Take a closer look. Howdy there, fella. We have here's a game of sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed. But you're welcome to try your luck at all the games. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons for 10 meat. I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. And your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby's show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's rare. I might get this one too. I'm not sure exactly how a Jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. Thanks. I see you've already got a ticket to Barnaby Bob's show, though, and those are limited to a patron. Let me give you our other grand prize. Large plush cat. Much from Moxie. Maybe. Oh, can I come back to this guy? What if I win this again? Large plush owl. Mysticality spell damage. Nice. Merry-go-round has dirty canvas over it. Read sign. This sign says condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Sideshow, hot food. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir. Interested in a hot foot-long sausage? How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiment. What? I got onions, pickles, relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, got both ketchup and catsup. What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue mustard? Ah, looks like I'm all out of blue. Sorry. Howdy, fella. Anything else I can do for you? Are you on the other side? Oh, nope, that's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Did we fool you? He grins and gives you a big, exaggerated wink. I see. Anything else I can do for him? Can you tell me anything about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival. Let's not split hairs. Oh, what would you like to do? So I really want to ask you all these things. These are all the same. For you eat, step right up, fella. Step right up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the world. Spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Woo-eat! So it isn't actually made of cotton? How do you make it? How much does it cost? What? No, cotton is indigestible. No matter how much chocolate you cover with. Found that out the hard way, did you? Phew! How do you make it? You pass the metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first ones. A dentist? Go figure. Foo-hoot! But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. These secrets in the box are for nobody's eyes but my own. Phew! I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? 300 meat? Yikes, I'm out of here. I'm not talking to you either. You're going to be expensive. So that's the sideshow. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. The stage showing till later. When? Later. Yeah, but exactly later. Okie dokie. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous, mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat, and for everyone else, 300 meat. Alright. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. He takes your meat and stamps your hand. There you go. Enjoy. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like good sideshow. All good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in. Take your time. Have a look around. Just remember, no touching. Woobly. This looks to one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here. Look at yourself. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up and like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. The mirror makes you look really stretched out thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little bit sympathetically. God, this mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles in the flickering lantern light. It almost looks like he winks at you. Brrr. You look in the mirror again and see her limbs stretched out like taffy, twisted around with tentacles and locks. You can hear your joints creaking, and your muscles feel like they've gone through the ringer. Sore. No! Why is that a... I don't want the diva. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In a circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Say, wait a minute. Here's an egg of the balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you the other guy's wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Inspect the eggs closer. Hey, step back. Please, no touching. Sorry, new shell. These shelves are filled with jars, and jars filled with things. Real weird looking things. You lean a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has a shiny black eye. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Ha 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 ha! Got you pretty good there, buddy. What in the... What is that? Sorry. Spaced out for half a second. Trying to think of what it... It's a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnetic under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. That's not a guy. This guy is startling. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is in one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Vicky. ... How's it going? ... Can you talk? ... Guess not. Take a closer look at him. You move a little closer to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for head. You do notice two things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, what you would call the base of his skull, where, if he had one, a sort of crumpled fleshy mass the size of a fist, with a squint and some imagination. It almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, this circus gig. His hands slowly curl in a fist, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, or understand, I mean, do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. Oh, poor... This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He smokes a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Vicky. Delighted to meet you. So, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Vicky. I'm in a sideshow after all. It's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body with 2 faces? It'd be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind, with, as you say, 2 faces. You're right. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of his eyes, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Doug clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. Can I do anything else? There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Vicky. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Vicky. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled complication of assortment of glass tubes and pipes. Ticking, clockwork, gears, and pumps, liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. The large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You fold it up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around at the back of the box. He opens the hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place in by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examiner stuff. Ooh, nice. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird. Gross. But it is indeed educational. +3 melee attack. You know what makes a human being tick, and how to make one stop from ticking. How did this happen? Were you in some sort of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course. Sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you. Good luck. Demon clowns. Demon. When does that start? I need to go in. I don't know what to do with the circus. You have a run-in with the worst smelling snake you've ever seen. It's basically a cartoon stink lion comes to life. Hold your nose and fight it. A great western turtle snake. A turlet snake. Yes. Them turlet snakes. Snake liver. Should be some bandits here for us to kill. The harvest. Witch of Last, 1801 to 1879. She was very, very terrible. Can I have one? Okay. As spooky as this factory is, the woods beyond are even spookier. You should probably take your chances here. You feel a sudden electrical jolt as your hand touches the doorknob. Ouch! Oh no, you're late for your shift. Mrs. Velas is gonna be so mad. She might literally bite your head off. Okay, well not literally, probably. Quick, get suited up. You clock in and hurriedly put in your bright green overall, or put on your bright green overalls. Mrs. Velas, as predicted, is furious. Late again? You'd better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're gonna find a place with a nice dormitory and a reasonable price company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills, ha! You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work. You're on pickle hopper duty. Start your shift. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged, like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to keep a constant flow down the chutes means you're constantly at the near sprint because you have to manage the choke shunts to keep your levels equal. If you get uneven pickle levels, Mrs. Vlad knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. A whack from her cane is the minimum you'll get. Dang it, dang it, dang it. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. You cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth while Mrs. Vlad glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Breaks over, second shift. You get over to the salt tank now. Oh, God. Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at a very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, you can feel yourself desiccating from the haze of salt dust that fills the room. If anything in this place kills you, it's probably going to be salt tank duty. White lung is nasty business. Cough. Cough on your own time and get the salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 976 parts per thousand. How hard is that to remember? 966, idiot. 76. You said 70. Oh, wait, I'm already forgetting. And I'm reading it. You got another 180-second break before third shift. You spend most of it drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor they're considering it. Break's over. Get to the boiler. Oh, no, please. Let me, please. Oh, please. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stings in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Mrs. Vlad screams if you drop any coal on the floor or if you let the temperature go too low or too high or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. Let me out, please. 190 degrees, idiot. Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell or not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore, except to die. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. That's what it feels like to work retail. With a gasp, you finally snap out of a horrible hallucination or possession, or whatever the hell that was. Jeez, you can still feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. Enter the pickle factory. This trash smells like gherkins. It's a factory activation lever. You pull the lever, nothing happens. Something in the machine room must not be set up correctly. Rats. Vinegar. You approach the ghost. It's not right. It's not right. You all right there, partner? All wrong. The temperature. It's not right. It's all wrong. Not right at all. All right, then you do. All wrong. What did we say it had to be? 191. Hey, 191. Wait, it's what? I don't remember. I don't remember what temperature she said. It's like $9.97 or something. You approach the ghost. Salt, salt. You gotta salt the salt, salt. You're right there, partner. Salt! Oh, jeez, okay. I don't remember any of these things already. You put the unfortunate bandit to rest. Maybe now he'll have less of a salty attitude. Salt-crusted skull. Noise. This skull bears the marks of prolonged and very strange torture. Etched in the back of the skull is the number 976. Oh, that was the number I was supposed to get to. Ghost pistol. Perfect for showdowns at high noon. I'm just going to kill him because it's too much work to remember that puzzle. Fight. Die, pickle boys. You guys, that ghostly fellow to his right. Alright. Vinegar soaked bones. These bones are all rubbery because they've been soaked in vinegar. Gross. You can faintly make out the number 190 scratched in one of the bones. Yikes. Cursed pants. The curse is that everybody can see your underwear. That's great. Weird, he didn't even have legs. You approach the ghost, got a key, can't sleep until it's right. Ah, we're just killing. Bang. Thanks to your unrivaled peacemaking abilities, the ghost is definitely at peace now. Pile of bones and cucumbers. It's probably 40% bones and 60% cucumbers, if you had to guess. Edging the skin of the cucumbers, you see the phrase, all the same, all the same, all the same. Ghost cowboy hat. This is a good hat to wear if you really want people to still be able to see your hair while it's raining. Guess that one's done. We were going there originally. Harvest. Haphazard stacks of pews in the corner. The pulpit has been pushed back against the wall. Gosh, a real-life nun. Yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. I'm Vikic the Great. What's with the cots? Well, what with the cows' attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. You need any errands run or anything? Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of a purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out of. Would you mind picking some up for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. Oh, sure. I think I know the place you mean. No problem. I'll be right back with it. It doesn't look like she has anything I really want. Oh, not yet. Jeez, you don't have to guilt trip. Okay, so I need to go to Humming Cave. You cross paths with Wandering Sally's again. Howdy, interested in trading? Yeah, sometimes she has random books, so. Not this time. I do want these, though. You come upon a rushing river which a family of four is attempting to cross. However, the bridge is only wide enough for two at a time, and they only have one lantern to light the way. Help them solve this puzzle. You pointed that it's broad daylight and they don't need the lantern. They seem a bit embarrassed by this revelation, and you cross the bridge first. Yeah. This might be the number talking about. Pick it. Is that only the one? I don't remember what was in the humming cave. Oh. Ooh. You insert the battery into the bottle, it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. Gain 100 XP. You gain effect energized. Plus 2 muscle, plus 2 mysticality, plus 2 max ability. You're chock full of El Vibrato energy, and you feel like you could take on the whole world. Partly because you're stronger, smarter, and faster. But partly because you're also overconfident. It's not that big of a boost. You learn the El Vibrato word for coffee maker and the El Vibrato word for education. Whoa. Well, I think I came in here, huh? Welcome back. Were you able to hide in the humming cave in the purple grass? Yep, here you go. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Blessing upon you. Broken leg pills. I guess I did actually have to buy some from her for obviously for that. Because there's a guy that has a broken leg in dirt water. And we can turn in our bounty. Alright, time. Oh, hello. You able to get broken leg pills? Without them, I'm stuck sort of lying here in the street. Yep, here you go. 20 XP. Whew, thanks. I feel like a new man again, or at least the same man with a new leg. That's good. Go drink some milk or something, okay? He waves and skips happily away. Well, that was nice. Hi there. Getting back to me here? The pickle guys. What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's the reward. 1,500 meats. Okay. I don't remember if they're... I'm trying to remember where the guy was that wanted parts for the El Vibrato. I don't think this is it. Well, this is the one that's really annoying. All the plaques you have to the top. Then you get to the end, there ain't nothing down here. Ooh. So there's that, I guess. I forgot how long this was. Oh, maybe it's the professor's house. Good to see you again. Have you got those 5 pounds of scrap yet? Yep, got them right here. He ambles over to a strange contraption in the corner of the room and begins to tinker. Nothing. Same thing. Great. Let me just Yep, okay. This'll do the trick. Let me just get this running and you'll be able to grab a keystone from it. It'll take another 5 scraps for each one you need. Are you familiar with the lost Dutch oven mine? Grim place, but that's where I found the chassis for the fabricator, wedged behind an unusual pile of rocks. Seems like a good place to start hunting. Alright, I'm on it. I don't know how many keys I need, but I got some now. Still chilling. The L vibrator transmits a thing. He starts bleeping, and you play hot and cold with it until you find a weird-looking crate hidden behind some rocks. Open it. Vibrator scraps and a El Vibrator punch card. These lockers are all unlabeled and unlocked. Loot them. I don't know what that just said. Gas mask and miner's pants, it looks like. Armor. -3 muscle, -3 moxie, -3 moxie, citrus resistance. The miners must have eaten down here to avoid the stench upstairs. Grab what's left. Sugar guns and clove drops. Splatoon! I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners were chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although, oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. Inspect it. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off of it. Come on, let's not do this. No, we're going to inspect. Ah, geez, fine, okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. Inside is blackened with years' worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill. And occasionally, a little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place there. You realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but from the human's body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl in the pot, eat half the chili, then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches take up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars, which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That's what it smells like. Search it. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-covered film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies, and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. Keep searching. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull it with. Pull! You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back as the hole in the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak streaming filth. Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from skin of clown. +2 speed and +2 armor. These pants look and smell like they were used to line the bottom of a leaky spittoon, and there's a very good reason for that. Hooray! Yes. A crate of mining supplies, you assume. Pry it open. Rock hammer. This tiny hammer is more about precision than impact, and it's more about knowledge than precision. Mysticality 8. Nice. There's already one... Or, this one's already been picked over. This cart's empty. The elevator mechanism is all rusty. Hey, I got a can of oil. Oil it. You lubricate the elevator liberally. Right down. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for, if not this? Curious. Meat! 74 meat, unrefined nugget, and 5 XP. Oh, yeah. This guy's totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't seem to even notice you. Try to talk to him. Hey there, buddy. Are you okay? Glob, rob, bibble, birto, gorto, glub. Uh-huh. You wave your hand in front of his face, but doesn't react at all. Come on. Golden pickaxe. Oh, they might die trying to dig deeper with their hands. Oh, weird. On a slider leading down into a dark pit. That's all I can do, so do it. This gem is pretty, but it smells terrible. Extract it. Efulinus Emerald. Ooh, 500 meat. This gem is half as valuable as it is pungent. You're in money. And you should probably wash your hands before you spend it. This guy seems to have gnawed off his own hands right before he died. You start to feel uneasy. The fingerbones are all splintered. Your heart is pounding. There's still some little bits of fingernail in these gouges. You have to get out of this pit right now. No. These scratches are just painted on in blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. This guy worked his fingers to the bone digging, then worked his bones to the marrow. You have to get out of this pit right now. The gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. As you get near the rocks, the voices in your head begin screaming too loudly to ignore you. You have to get out of this pit right now. Fine, fine. No. What do I do then? Aha! This pile was pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals the stones are mortared together. What could be hidden here? Bust up the pile with a pickaxe. Move the rocks by hand with muscle. Magic the rocks away with mysticality. Talk the rocks into leaving with mock. That one just sounds the funniest. You're a smooth talker. You gain 20 XP. Yes, I am. There's a trapezoid piece missing from the weird crossbar thing. Insert the keystone. You enter the keystone crossbar, sneak into the portal. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It might be lighter than it looks. Take it. A vibrator device. Ooh, nice. Oh, what's this thing? Look inside. You've learned the vibrator word for toilet. That's useful. There's a trapezoidal section missing from this box. Insert a keystone. And vibrate a loop. There's a large loop of that weird vibrato material. It's slightly bigger around than your head. This machine is dark. There's a circular hole at the bottom. This seems like it might be a doorway, but there's no keel or handles or anything. This change device has 3 buttons on top of it. Push the first one. Those things aren't friendly, neither am I. Is this unlimited? Oh, it's not unlimited. Or maybe it is, it's just extra steps. What's number 2? Oh, I don't know if I wanted number 2. Ah, number 2 is fine. Yeah. A vibrato material. Like, you need more vibratable material, I'm telling you. Good reason to level up my mysticality some more so I'll do more damage too. You gotta make that one hit count, you know? Okay, I'm just getting scrap now though. What do we have for XP? We have lots of XP. Let's go with... Let's max that out really fast. Let's see how much damage that does now. A little bit closer. What I want to know is, so Hellbender I can get more of. Use the old Bane could be useful too. Oh. Only one was left. Oh, it's probably enough for now. Oh, let me know. So can't do anything there, can't do anything there. Can't do anything there. So it looks like we're done here. As far as what I can do. Right, switch my hat back to. A wave of heat hits you from behind. You turn around and see a hellcalf pawing the ground and eyeing you with all intent or ill intent, and its dead black demonic eyes. Charge it. You haven't got enough health to be charged to me. Good to see you again. Have you had a chance to take a keystone to the Lost Dungeon and look for an unusual pile of rock? You can always make a keystone with 5 Eldorado. I have indeed. Oh, did you find anything interesting? Show them the strange device. I found a thing. Great, let's see it. Aha! Marvelous find. This device makes batteries, or will once I've fixed it. Batteries? Yep. The Vabrotons powered their portable equipment with little electric marbles like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Awesome. Fabricate a battery. So if we go back up there, that's not the right place, was it? Burly, grizzled man in leather, while everything is busy peeling the skin off of a no longer recognizable animal, he looks up at you and growls, brandishing his skinning knife as if to say, bother me and you'll be next. Bother me and you'll be next. Yeah, I got that. Bother him. Show him your skinning knife. That's not a knife, this is. Don't be stupid, they're both knives. You're a skinner too, eh? Well, not professional or anything, it's a hobby, I guess. Alright, come over here and watch close. I'll show you a couple tricks. Learn something. You don't really understand the tricks, but they result in you getting some free skin, so you're happy. Fire moccasin. Put on your hat to add 20% hot resistance. The skin of a fire moccasin is used to make glove linings for colder climates. Why am I putting it on my hat then? The fact that a fire moccasin is exactly the same size as your finger is one of the nature's most convenient coincidences. Then why am I putting it on a hat? The skin of the Frisco Viper, with its tiny, shiny scales, is often used to make fancy handbags and for dolls. Put it on your hat to add +3 to all stats. Nice. I don't think this is the right cave, is it? Why'd I come to this cave for? What am I here for? What am I doing? Which one was I supposed to go into? Oh, Lost Dutch mine. That's it. The stinky one. Still can't talk to that guy. Insert the battery. You insert the battery into the model and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. You gain 150 XP. You gain an effect Energize. You're chock full of L vibrator. You already had, I think. Storage and equipment are words we learned this time. Insert powers here. The machine is dark. There's a circle over the bottom. The machine hums to life. The screen says Cholaco, Kazurko, and there's a button in the bottom labeled Huizo Choloco. Push it. Whoa. We need more stuff because we're out of parts again already. I should have took the hat off. Ooh, keystone. Let's see. What I need is my helmet to change to... yeah, we could probably go 11 spell damage. Because we were using, what, this one? 5 Moxie, 2 armor. But we could go this route and put on that. That'd be sick. Nice if they would let me get some power stones out of these guys so I didn't have to go make them. It's a good amount of XP too. Especially since I can kill them really quick. Leave them be. Let's go through the portal, see what happens on the other side of the portal. This machine's on the other side of that weird transformer thing. It's busted. There's a piece here that's pretty obviously broken. Replace it with a vibrato cylinder. It's printed like a kitten. A giant, untrustworthy alien mechanical kitten. Nice. There's a big cylinder on top of this big rectangle. Take it. Alright, well, cool. I just replaced the cylinder I had. I don't know what that did for me. Alright, we're moving on. Where are we moving on to? We don't know. Doesn't cool read to mine. I need to re-explore some of these places because now that I have the lock picking and stuff. Open the first locker. Rows of lockers here must have been used for storing personal effects of fellows who used to burn them out. The first one was labeled Ellsbury WM and doesn't have a lock on it. The second one is covered in the kind of white goo. The third one is labeled loose bin and has a combination lock on it. The locker contains one of the mining helmets and a lamp with a bottle of alundum. You open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. Ah, you get it. This guy must have died after his coworkers played a prank on him, where they stuffed him in his locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me in my locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton. Confirm both your insight and his vengeful, murderous intent. Dead now. There's a combination lock on here and you don't know the combo. Fortunately, the sort of lockers they have at work sites for employees to put their lunches in are not exactly high security locks. Rack the safe. Nuts, there's nothing inside except a couple old empty milk bottles and their discarded paper caps. The caps advertise the Butterfield Dairy with a little logo in the shape of the territory and a star presumably marking the dairy's location. Food. Food it. Alright. Tie a rope to the crossbeam. Sure is dark down there. Climb down. Ooh. I don't remember ever being here, apparently. Well, apparently wasn't. This is the spot Curly's toilet notes mentioned. Dig. Weird. There's a compass buried there. You got an item, Curly's compass. This was Curly Butterfield's compass, but that dude must have always been lost because this thing points every which way but north. Looking at this problem makes me feel queasy. This cart looks like it's only partially looted anyways. That's weird. Ooh, this looks like this guy should have picked better friends. Take the pick. So now, if I have that, the one thing I'm trying to remember is there's the one place, the West Pole, because it's all magnetic. I wonder if the compass does anything there. You encounter a goblin wearing a battered cowboy hat, 2 large spurs, and a rusty sheriff's badge. It seems extremely excited to have spotted you, and though it tries to put on a stern face, it can't mask its glee. Freezing crime doer, you're underneath arrest. What? Why? What did I do? What did I doing? Crimes. You so much criming. I never am criming. Telling it at a judge. Crimes doer. No, we're just gonna fight him. Don't tell me I do crimes. I tell you, you do crimes. I don't know why I didn't bring my golem up. Would have killed him if I brought my golem up. That's fine. Rusty deputy badge. +7 to pistol attack damage. Nice. Examine it. The compass needle is pointing sort of north, north-esque, let's say. Alright, what's the next quest in this? Oh, I didn't find the library books yet. Where am I supposed to find the library books again? Oh, Alexandria Ranch. That's right. Nah, I'm kind of dumb. Cow. There's no way to pass these cows except through these cows. Do it. Three dead cows. This used to be an undestroyed bookshelf, but not anymore. Scavenge. A Diary of Alexandria Andrea. I gotta read her book here in a minute. Take through these books. Overdue Breadwood book. Oh, cool. Burnt. Mostly destroyed bookshelf. Advanced Beancraft. Nice. You flip through the diary. Mostly it's uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. It ends with a passage about a soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger he wouldn't specify. So she moved her most valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions, e.g. boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. I think we just learned our last bean skill unless there's a new different type of books. You read the scrawlings, internalize all of their insane paranoid implications. Afterwards, you narrow your eyes and burn the book. Nice. That just gives me my +2 to my... So then this one, it is. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, because I just got +8 to AP, so I can now cast that spell 2 more times, so I can AoE the butt ton. Which means we might also try to switch ourselves over to a full, like, Mysticality build before long. So what am I using right now? 11 spell damage plus $3 stats. That's pretty good. We don't have anything good for that, really. I don't think we have any Mysticality guns. That'd be nice, but that's fine keeping a nice, good Moxie one. That way we still could do damage with single target, but I'd like us to get to the point where we do a lot more damage. This one's 6 Moxie. So we can switch over to this mushroom-covered bone. That's 7. Ooh, that's 8. Seven. Yeah. 8 Mysticality. I think we're going to start trying to move this direction. Because honestly, so we have 3 Mysticality item right now. That's 4 Mysticality and spell damage. %, meat gains. Probably should switch over to something useful. 6 Mysticality. I think we're gonna go with 6 Mysticalities. 2 armor, 2 speed. What do I got right now? Oh, 7 muscle, which is not even useful for us. Alright, spit 7 pants for some extra speed. We got maximum AP 2. Pistol attack damage is 8 and speed 3. That's pretty good. Maximum AP 3, maximum AP and Moxie, maximum HP, maximum AP. Yeah, we're just gonna stick to what we got. Now let's see how much our actual spell damage does. Why can't I get in there? Wait, what? It's half a camel, the front half. Investigate. You pick the camel, inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says, the cannonball came from Fort Treason, and it's got the address stamped right on the surface. This bombardment was done by the army. Horror. He has a run of Fort Treason. I'm not sure. I thought we got the book already. You spot a guy riding down the road on a brown horse wearing a brown fur hat and carrying a brown shopping bag with a brown loaf of stolen bread sticking out of the top. You can tell it's stolen because the bag has a little picture of a loaf of bread on it. He rides up and brandishes a great big loaf of bread at you. Hand over all your bread or I'll bludgeon you to death. Jeez, you sure like the bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. So how much damage does that do now? 95? Jeez. Now what's it do? 110. I want to make sure he dies. Hard loof. Plus 5 mystic count. Yeah, not great. It's a demi-culverin cannon. Look closely. You look at the cannon, it's a fine cannon, demi-culverin in size. Insert your cannonball. You look through the range finder on the cannon, but you can't see any indication of anything you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste the ball. Seems rational. I just want to shoot at stuff, man. You see a faint outlines of some ghostly buildings far in the southwest. You discover a new map location, Ghostwood. You climb down from the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. They are one-time use. That's why you gotta throw them away when you're done. Looks like the left in the middle of dinner. Vienna blood sausage, candy, instant grits. Footlocker's still locked. Picket. Artillery targeting flare. Military grade whiskey. Silver bullet. Oh, hey, what's this? Chest full of medallions. Ooh, +9 moxie. Nothing commands quite as much respect as a whole bunch of military medals people think you earned. It's terrible. I'll let my brothers both know since they're both in the military. Private Le Mans diary. Nothing else of interest. Private Mathu's diary. Key to P.O. Box 114. Most of Private Mathu's diary is empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again. Blah blah blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes about the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end. As Matthew puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere doing nothing is driving Captain frickin' bagnuts. When the captain eventually decided that a nearby ranch occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection was actually an enemy spy outpost, Matthew felt compelled to warn the woman, but was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details of the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent imminent cannon bombardment of the ranch, Matthew stole some ballistic charts and hid them in a post office box during a shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shores, he comments. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Matthew returned to the camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. In his last entry, he declares his intentions to start a mutiny, but the diary ends there with no conclusion of the story. Interesting. Good, one more diary. That's Matthew. This is the one I want. Read it. Private Le Mans' diary is pretty dry, not very interesting. Just a list of day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Toward the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. One doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. The last few entries have to do with the descent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Thank you, buddies. That place is... This must have been where they stored all the fire. Am I supposed to do anything about those books? Where is... Sent me to Ghostwood. Just follow the red trail, see if anything happens. Hold it right there. A bandit steps out of the bushes at the side of the road. He's pretty raggedy, but also extremely burly, like a scarecrow stuffed with footballs. He hefts a pistol that could be described as a hand cannon without getting metaphorical. Give me your dough, or else. I knew. We're just gonna do the bean, and then we're just gonna. Look, we have so many action points now. Intimidating 6-gun, muscle 5. A lot of parts in this gun are way bigger than they need to be. So it's all about intimidation. Huh, all the buildings in this little town are weirdly hazy and translucent like, oh, ghost. It's a literal ghost town. Alright, fair enough. You might expect to be able to just walk straight through the door of the ghost building, but some kind of force is preventing that. I guess you should knock on the force? Knock. Your fist makes a distant, echoey plop sound on the barroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy there, fella. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if... Sorry, I can't do business with you until you have a visitor identification card. I ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one of those? Try the town hall down the end of the street. Thanks. Someone's mounted a pencil sharpener on one of the balcony posts for some reason. Sharpen pencil. You haven't got any pencils to sharpen. Yeah, heckly clap. Go away. Excuse me? You aren't authorized. Shoo. Okay. You're from... Hold on. What's it say? The ghostly jealous house seems to be stacked with boxes of old papers. You don't see any ghost criminals, but usually there isn't anything longer than a life sentence anyways. Nobody's home. Excuse me, but you never heard of you. Ghostly general store seems to be selling mostly office supplies. Ghost office supplies. Your fists make a distant, echoey plop around or sound on the door. The general store and the ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. We're closed. Excuse me, but closed, I said. No visitors. ID. No sale. Town hall. Your fish makes a distinct blah blah blah. As a visitor, you'll be needing a visitor identification card. I guess so. I'll be happy to help fill in the forms. Most living people have trouble holding the pages. You'll be needing a number 3 pencil. If you're filling in the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but the instructions say very clearly that the application must have a number 3 pencil. Well, okay. Where can I get one? Try the Department of Requisitions. It's just next door. You mean the general store? It's a little more specific these days, but yes. Sorry, I can't help you, but I need a pencil for it. No visitor ID, no supplies. Okay, great. Hello, the general store won't give me a pencil without a visitor ID. No, certainly not. They aren't authorized to deal with anyone who doesn't have an ID. So how am I supposed to get a number 3 pencil? I suppose I could issue you a temporary visitor permit. You don't need a pencil for that one. Okay, great. What's your last name? The Great. First name, Puddin'. Vicky. Middle name? Trouble. Great. Where are you from? Vicky Trouble the Great? A little farm outside Boring Spring. I'm staying in Dirtwater at the moment. Oof. Well, if you set your sights low enough, you'll never be disappointed. Alright, how many bars are in the window of the adjacent Department of Records? What? It's a quiz to make sure you actually been paying attention to and care about our little town instead of just breezing through to show your dedication. 7. You hear a sigh and sound of paper being torn up. Nope, go count them and try again. So, wait, which one? Oh, this one? Both windows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 of it needs those ones. Big Trouble, Dirtwater, what? Correct. Alright, everything's to be in order. Here's your temporary visitor pass. Thanks. It expires in 11 seconds. Last thing, the Great. Sorry, everything stays here. Ah! The Great. Big Trouble. Dirtwater. 6. Okay. Okay. They're great. Can you even do anything here? Let's see what Tim would do. It's just wrong. I don't know what to do here because no one wants to do anything for me. I'm done here. This place sucks. I heard we have the book anyways, didn't we find it on the bookshelf? You see a wooden sign off the side of the trail that reads, Jumble Neck Mine, 4 miles. It's rare that they put a period on the sign, and it's rare that they bother to carve individual hyphens and a greater than sign instead of just carving an arrow in it. You discover the new map location, Jumble Neck. Yeah, let's go check out the mine. Why not? We love mines. Rocks, probably some mine leavings that got piled up here. Search the rocks. You look around the rocks, but don't find anything interesting. Oh well. I want more rock things though. Barrel's full of old grease. Ugh, take some. What? Just grab a handful? No. It's rude. Silver tooth skull. Whoa, that's a little ominous. What do you think, Doc? I agree. I mean, I meant like from a medical standpoint. Oh, well, hand it over. Nice silver tooth. It's a little grim to find a human skull just stashed in a pile of rocks, unless maybe it was a very small burial mound. Considering the fancy silver tooth, that's maybe not outside the realm of possibility. What? Damage to the occipital bone around the edge of the foramen magnum, and a heavy damage to the left temporal bone. Looks like a hit with a blunt, flat edge, a couple 3 inches across. Wow, what does that mean? In layman's terms, someone hit this fellow with the wide end of a pickaxe and knocked his head clean off. Jeez, where's the rest of the skeleton, though? Why is just the skull here? That I can't tell you. Except for dust all over everything, and the fact that the guy at the desk is a ghost, this looks like a regular mine foreman's office. Oh, okay. Safe. The safe is dirty but solid looking. Get away from that, the ghostly figure behind the desk growls. Take a closer look. You stoop down to take a closer look at the safe. It's pretty standard heavy-duty safe with the dial type combination. Hey, something wrong with your ears? I told you to get away from there. Try to open the safe. Why, you little come here. Uh-oh. Hope you enjoy beans. You successfully killed the ghost. Killed is probably not the right word to use here. 30 XP. Yeah. Take a closer look. Crack the safe. Sack of meat nuggets. Nice. A small burlap sack full of nuggets of fairly pure meat ore. Weird knife. -5 mysticality deals extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. The knife was a thin, twisty stiletto blade made of tarnished black silver. It looks wicked sharp, but holding it makes you feel a little uncomfortable, like something's whispering in your name, but you can't quite hear them. Score! Since nobody's here, you're free to rummage around the desk. Let's do it. Jumble neck mine, elevator key, extra gristly jerky. Hat rack with a standard issue miner's helmet hanging out. Grab the helmet. An old counter. Looks like a work stop here a bunch of months ago. This elevator is pretty dusty inside and doesn't appear to have been maintained for quite a while. It does seem functional, but the control lever is chained and padlocked. You also notice that the shaft is totally silent. You'd expect to hear rumbling of mine carts and the clang of pickaxe echoing out from below, but there's nothing. Unlock the lever. You unlock the lever with a formless key and give it a yank. The elevator shudders as it begins to ascend, accompanied by the sound of clanking chains and grinding pulleys. Very quickly, it becomes too dark to see, and you pull out your lantern. Very slowly, the elevator reaches its destination. You pull the door open and peer into the gloom. The minecart's full of rocks. There doesn't seem to be anything special with them. Give the cart a shove? I don't think so. Some other pickaxe here. Guess this is what they call environmental storytelling. It's a headless skeleton. Skullless. Skullless. Ask Doctor. What do you think about this old skeleton, Doc? Damage is consistent with the skull we found upstairs. Wow, an epidemic of pickaxe murderers. Now we have to find this guy's head in addition to the other guy's body. Dot, dot, dot. Just plain Doc. Okay, you had me going there for a sec. There isn't much to see except for rocks. There's quite a lot of them, though. If you want to look at rocks, that's a great selection to choose from. Looks like someone forgot their lunchbox down here. They must be real hungry now. Paper bag! This wax paper sandwich bag didn't do its job very well. Though, to be fair, 6 months is a long time to expect a sandwich to stay fresh. Some kind of old rusty spring-loaded ratcheting mechanism with an activation lever. Sort of gripper in the front, but isn't gripping anything. It's great old dynamite. Dynamite gets very dangerous when it ages, but I know better than to try and stop you from taking a stick if you decide you want one. I have decided that. Unstable stick of dynamite. The nitroglycerin is starting to sweat out of the dynamite and crystallize on the outside. This makes it extremely dangerous, and you should probably not try to use it in a fight. I mean, you also shouldn't be carrying it around in your pockets, but it's a little late for that warning. Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. You put your shoulder into the minecart, give it a shove. It trundles down the track and bonks into a big pile of rocks. Looks like that gentle impact wasn't enough to set off the dynamite. Heavier duty than oil. What do I need? I don't know what I need. Heavier dutier than oil. I'm not sure what I'd get though. Winnie. As Goldfish carefully navigates a bunch of weird rock formations, everything suddenly goes silent. Everything except the racing of your pulse, that is, because you've stumbled across a horrifying ungulith. Attack! Well, I guess I gotta do this first because it's not enough damage. But now it's enough damage. Woo! Ungulith horn. Did I do the thing for you? Or will have it? Well, that's a real bagel biter. Oh well, everyone mostly skipped the words and just looked at the pictures anyway. Mostly just the bottom half of the pictures, so that's alright. 90 XP. At least the captions are still there, I guess. What do we got next? Logging permit. We're running out of trees around here and need to expand our operation a bit. Problem is, we need a logging permit from the next town, and the whole place up and died before the paperwork was settled. The town died? Oh, I gotta go to Ghost Town. Okay, I'll check it out, I guess. I don't know how to get a pencil. What's with the guy washing dishes? The muffin lumber ran up a tab and he couldn't pay it off, so now he gets to wash dishes. Some of them dishes I've been saved for just such an occasion. How much is he owe? 150. I'll pay 150. You're even dumber than I assumed, but whatever, you can tell him he's free ourselves. Alrighty. Hey, I paid off your tab, you're free. Huh? What did you do a thing like that for? I was just feeling charitable, I guess. Well, thanks, but I don't know how to do pretty much nothing except washing dishes. Nothing at all? Well, I can also wash clothes, and I can play the washboard. That's pretty much it. Send him to Driftwater. Well, there's plenty of job opportunities open in Driftwater. Why don't you try your luck out there? Well, alright, it's worth a shot. Thanks, pal. He leaves with a wave, and the bartender replaces the sign on the wall. Dishwasher wanted. Can I wash the dishes now? Trading post. It's literally just a post, guys. Ooh, rain of teeth skill. Those have been sitting in my bag for a while, apparently. Yeah, paper bag. Yes. Read it, I said. For each page of the book you read, one of your teeth falls out. It continues this way for way more pages than you thought you had teeth until you realize that your teeth aren't falling out, but you've been learning how to conjure new teeth into existence the whole time. Rain of teeth. At any given point, there are millions of human teeth suspended in clouds above us. You should know how to jostle them loose. As you turn to the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. You don't feel so well. Withered muscles. I didn't need 25 attack damage anyways, right? Your single-minded obsession with death magic has led to you really neglecting your physical form. Eesh. I don't know what to do in Ghost Town. They want me to come over here. Maybe I had to have that quest and they'll do something to talk to me now? I don't know. My visitor expired. Can I have another one? Alright, I just need to ask a first question. Great. Big hick. Nice. Six. Oh my goodness. So what do I do? What in the world do I do? Oh. This is a regular cactus. Well, the ghost of a regular cactus. Well, the ghost of a regular cactus with a ghost of a pencil stabbed it. Take the pencil. You manage to snag the pencil with the corner of your temporary visitor permit and yank it out of the cactus. Nice. Oh, wait. This is a number 4 pencil. Can I sharpen the number 4 pencil? You should get number 4 pencil and the sharpener grind off about a quarter of it. You got an item, sharpened ghost pencil. Alright, a number 3 pencil. Here it is. That's a number 4 pencil. No, it's 75% of a number 4 pencil. I see. I don't see anything about this in the bylaws. Very well. I suppose it will do. Let's get you started on the visitor identification roll. Thank God. Big egg. Big egg. Nice. Dirt water. 6. Well, okay. If you decide to set your sights a little higher, I can recommend a good drainage ditch. Okay, last question. How many bars are in the windows of the Adjunct Department of Records? Which one's the adjunct department of records? I hate this lady. Slapshank. Taint? Murder. Oh, I can't even do a weird name now. I'm the Great. I am Vikic. I am nice. Underwater. 10. So it was all the ones on the thing this time. Correct. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Allow me to officially welcome you to the town of Ghostwood. Here's your visitor ID. You got an item, Ghost ID. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, say, was it always called Ghostwood? Or, yes, total coincidence. Huh. Office supplies. Hello, something I can get for you, Mr. the Great. I'm here on behalf of the Mayor Brody. He needs a permit. Oh, this is the Department of Requisitions. You need administrations on the next door. Ah, thanks. Can buy from you? Here, you need the... Can I do anything here, though? Whiskey. Good, there's only one small problem, though, and that is amount of whiskey requisition forms. Mind going down to the administration and picking them up? Fine. I need a whiskey requisition form for the bar down the street. Bar? Oh, you mean the Department of Libations? Sure, I can give you a whiskey requisition form. Great. Is what I'd like to say, but I'm out of the form transfer envelopes. What? Can't transfer a form to a different department without a form transfer envelope to make sure it doesn't get tampered with during transfer. You must be joking. No, sir, this is a serious business. I'll tell you what, though. They should have a supply of spare form transfer envelopes at the Department of Requisitions next door. Ugh, fine. I need form transfer envelopes. Alright, which color? Color? Naturally, different colors for different purposes. Tan for regular interdepartment transfer, blue for extra municipal transfers, red for emergencies, and green for bribes. I'm glad they got one for bribes. Tan. Just break the tan one, please. Sorry, looks like we're out of those. Blue? I'm technically extra municipal since I'm just a visitor, so give me a blue one. That refers to form's final destination. Where are you taking it? The Department of Libations. Nope, sorry. That's interpermissible. Go to blue. Red. The more I have to deal with this bureaucracy, the more of an emergency this becomes. Give me a red one. Sounds reasonable to me. Here you go. Emergency form transfer memo. I'm back with the registration form. Here's a transfer memo. Oh, a red one. You must really need that drink. Here you go. One whiskey requisition form. We'll give it to them. This is so bad. I just need the booze, man. Here's a whiskey requisition form. Oh, a red transfer envelope. You must be really thirsty. Okay, let's get this filled out. Last name, the Great. First name, Vikic. Middle name, nice. Let me match that against your visitor ID. Vikic, nice, the Great. Yep, looks all good. So can I get that whiskey? Now, sorry, we're fresh out of whiskey. I hereby vow to destroy this place. I will raise the buildings and salt the earth. Now, don't get all bent out of shape. If you go tell the Department of Requisitions, they'll set us up with a fresh case. Ugh, fine. I'm in debt. I'm like in now. I gotta do it. The Department of Libations is out of whiskey. Thanks for letting us know. We'll get a case sent over. I don't have to fill anything out. Nope, that'll be handled on delivery. Great, in 2 days. Hey, don't look at me that way. There's a lot of processing and forms for booze delivery. All that I can't get booze. I'm here on behalf of the Mayor of Brentwood. He needs a permit to do some logging in this area. I see. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. I'll just need to review the logging records to make sure there are no disqualifying incidents. Go to the Department of Records. It's 2 doors down and tell them I need the Breadwood file pertaining to logging. Is something wrong? Not yet. I'm just stealing myself for anticipation. No. Mr. Gray, what is it? What can I do for you? I'm supposed to pick up a file on the town of Breadwood. Oh, you want Department of Records? It's next door. It's the Adjunct Department of Records. Okay, Department of Records, how can I help you, Mr. Gray? I'm supposed to pick up a file for Breadwood. One moment, please. Breadwood, Applewood, Antiwood, Badwood. Did you mean Bagelwood? No, it's Breadwood. The first one, she said. Must be a suburb. Beaverwood, Bestwood, Bitterwood, Bloodwood. Ah, here we are. Breadwood. Which section did you need? Logging records. This section has been downgraded from disuse. You'll need to pick it up from the Adjunct Department of Records next door. Naturally. Bring it back here when you've got it, and I'll put it in an official inter-department document transfer folder for you. Is that really necessary? Absolutely. You can't transfer documents between departments without an inter-department document transfer folder. It's unthinkable. But aren't I bringing it from the other place to you to bring it over to the other place? Mr. Gray, what is it? What can I do for you? The Department of Records sent me over to pick up a file. Great, which files? Logging reports for the town of Breadwood. Alright, 1 second. Here we are, but, what's wrong? Well, these pages are all loose. I can't give them to you like this. What if they blow away? I'm just taking them next door. They're giving me a documents folder. It'll be fine. No. What if there's a freak gust of wind as soon as you leave here? It would be chaos. So what do you propose? Well, fortunately, I happen to be the one person in town officially authorized to use a stapler. So you'll staple them together to me. I'd be glad to, but I don't have a stapler. Of course you don't. Don't worry. All you have to do is go to the Department of Requisitions next door and requisition one. So I bring you a stapler and you'll give me the file? Yep. Oh, goodness me. I need requisition a stapler. Alright, first we'll need to fill out a requisition. I figured. Oh, great. Oh, Vicky. Nice. Your dessert preference, cake or pie? Technically I prefer cake. Oh, well, despite that, everything's be in order. I'll get this filed. Here's your stapler. Some pies are really good, but overall I prefer cake. I don't know. See, Daisy prefers pies, I think. Well, she doesn't really like cake, but she doesn't really like pie. She's more of an ice cream person. Mr. the Great, what is it? I got you your stapler. Ah, great. There's nothing better than that new stapler smell. Can I have that logging report now? You bet, Kerchunk. Here you go. Fresher staple and wind resistant. Thanks. Department Record, how can I help you, Mr. the Great? I'm back with those papers. Alright, let me just put those in an official inter-department transfer folder for you. There you are. Oh, great, thank you. Hello, Mr. Grant. I got that file for you. The Breadwood logging records. Fine, let's have a look. Oh, for the love of... What's wrong? That idiot stapled the pages together right in the middle. This is why we took his damn staple away in the first place. The file is unreadable. You're going to have to take it back and tell him to unstaple it. Did I go the wrong? Administration wants you to unstaple these papers. Oh, sorry. I'm only authorized for stapling, not unstapling. Try next door to the Department of Records. I think they have an unstapler there. I need papers unstapled. Okay, I'm fully authorized to unstapler, so that's no problem. Spoke too soon, did you? Well, it's just that I don't see the staple remover anywhere. Oh, that's right. The Department of Libations borrowed it to open beer bottles. Oh my goodness. Do you have the staple remover? Sure do. The thing pops off beer bottles like you wouldn't believe. So long as it removes staples, I'll be happy. I imagine it does, but I'm afraid I'm not authorized for unstapling. You'll have to take it back to the records. Here you are. Here's your staple remover back. Great, let me have a look at those papers of yours. Tish. Adjunct Records up to his old tricks again, I see. These don't even need to be stapled. That's why the inter-department document transfer folder is for, after all. Alright, here you go. Alright, back with the unstapled redwood logging file. Alright, let's have a look at it. Yeah, okay, I can't see any problem with this. I'm frankly amazed. Let's get started on the paperwork for that logging run. I am no longer amazed. Last name, the Great. First name, Vicky. Nice. Let me check that against your visitor identification. Vicky, nice, the Great. Okay, that's fine. I just need to stamp this here. Clunk and sign here. Scribble. And now you sign here. Sign. And also here. Sign. And initial here. Sign. And here. Initial. And sign here. Good. Now take us back to the Mayor Redwood and have him sign on the line here. And initial over here. Are you kidding me? I don't know how to do that. It's terrible. Worst quest line ever. It's worse than even all those escort ones. You see a flash of light in a dark copse of trees off to the side of the trail and smell the tang of ozone. 3 electrified cow skulls float out of the woods and surround you. Attack them! Die, cow skull scum! Ah, man, I need you to sign this paper. I'm never doing a quest for you again. I hate this quest. Here, you can borrow mine. Sign down here, initial over here. After some fumbling with the ghostly pencil, the mayor eventually managed to sign and initial the form. Alright, man, I'll be back soon with the permit. God willing. Good luck. Off the trail's shoulder, you see some ancient petroglyphs carved into a rock. Translate them. They seem to translate to my fourth is the fourth of nothing but time. Intriguing. 30 XP. I've got the mayor's signature on the logging permit. Wait, just sign the last line at the bottom where it says receipt. There's something wrong. You cover your face with your hands. I loaned my pencil to the mayor. Oh dear. She's gonna go kill everything. Why do I get a new pencil? Can I buy one? I go back to the mayor. They really made this quest a pain. They purposely made it annoying, huh? Yeah, we'll go to Sally's store, see if she has anything yet. Also, no, not good. Your transponder beeps, indicating a spot on the horizon. You spur goldfish towards it to investigate and find a well. Just a well. Damn well. Stop to investigate it. We're off track now. We'll never be able to get back on course. Climb down. Plant. Portal. The screen reads Lucho, Umburco, Campancho, Education, Poncho Z's, and then Bago, Campancho, followed by 5 buttons. This one's Education, and this one's Equipment. I'm just not going to press those right now, because I don't want to waste all my materials. There are a bunch of paper cards here on this table. Gravel. Single button on top of this machine. Push it. The voice says Nichabu. 7 button appeared on the top of the partner. Look at them. 7. Emits a harsh buzz, and 7 button disappears, and the original one appears. That's it. 6. So, 7 buttons appear on the top. Okay, so okay, so 4? No, it's not 4. 3. No, not 3. It's gonna be 1. So it's just gonna be 1. No? Wait. Yeah, Education Katuma, there are no buttons, but there's a very thin slot underneath the screen. Put in a large punch card. You learn the El Vibrato word for Roberto, magnitude, and temperature. Small punch card. South adjustment machine. Angry nuisance. Oh, I'm learning lots of words now. I have a whole bunch of these things. Didn't know what they were for. I don't know how many I have. Keep going till he says I can't do it anymore, or run out of cards, I guess. So nothing to learn from that kind of card anymore. Learning a lot of words though. I honestly didn't know there was small and large after collecting so many cards. Okay. Now what's it say? It says press the fur. I don't know what these used to mean still. See, this makes sense now? Press education facility. Press drone fabrication. Press equipment fabrication. Press secondary storage. Press auditory nuisance containment. Keystone, I got battery and fluid. Keystone, battery and seltzer. Nice. Pile scrap. Weird device. Take it. Whining L vibrato object. So drone fabrication. Let's go to drone fabrication there. The big one on a little pedestal. Press it. Floating country appears in the time. Enough to kill it. Ooh, keystone, nice. That all it does is just the one thing, so you can farm for the. Oh man. I don't really need any more of that stuff right now, so let's go see what else we got. Equipment fabrication. Insert battery. Gained energized. Bracelet fabrication, brooch fabrication. Let's go with that. Let's do. Plus 11 armor is actually really nice. Bracelet fabrication. Make yourself vibrate to encounters much more likely. That's useful. I'm actually trying to get those. Red. This thing's just booping. I'm not 100% sure what we do here, so. Oh, I got some new stuff, so that's cool. Now, where are we heading again? Ghostwood again? No, we were heading to Redwood. I didn't read what that said. Oops. Foul-mouth gobble. Breadwood cheat sheet. This is a handy reference guide to some of the most fashionable friendly mankind has to offer. I need to go get my pencil. That's what I was supposed to be doing, and I got distracted. I told you we were going to get off track and never get back on. The transponder bleeps and signal leads to L vibrator robots, which basically just aimless donuts. I need my pencil back, jerk. Excuse me, Mary. Yes, you still have that ghost pencil. I need that. Oh, Terra, sir, I think it's haunting my. I think it's haunting my bread. Ah, here you go. Sharpen ghost pencil back. Thank you. Now we'll go back to Ghostwood for the 20 millionth time. Well, here's the thing about thing out of nightmares. Well, maybe not your nightmare specifically, but definitely someone's. A human skeleton scuttling towards you, crackling with blue electricity and making a loud hissing noise that sounds like a cross between a nest of angry rattlesnakes and a broken radio. Fight him. Doing nothing now. Vibrating scapula. Held in my offhand plus 7 spell damage. These days you see a lot of bones moving of their own accord, but even in that context, the way this one moves is pretty weird. Alright. That's everything taken care of. One permit is hereby approved. Finally, wonderful. Processing will take about 48 hours. What? Well, everything has to be filed, and the actual permit has to be printed, and so on. You can pick up in 2 days. Does it actually mean I have to sleep? Or can I just... I'm pretty sure I have to sleep now, which is annoying. Because it gets rid of all my buffs. Because days don't pass till you sleep in this game. Off the trail's shoulder, you see some ancient picture. Yeah, translate them again. Where XP? Love XP. I found an annoying whining dome. Wow, that is annoying, isn't it? I hope that goes away, and when I fix it, what is it? Ah, well, unless I miss I guess you'll find this very handy. How's that? Well, I believe it's for manufacturing a variety of fighting tools, and presumably they're helpful ones. Otherwise, why bother, right? Neat. The machine turns love vibrator scrap into single-use combat items. That's what the professor said, and I'm confirming it for you. There's a little note on the side where he describes the different things you can make with it. It can make a grenade, which you assume blows things up. It can make something called a maintenance teleporter, which the professor says will banish any hostile vibrator construction. It can make an autonomous construct that will help you win fights by hurting your enemies, or one that can help you win fights by healing you and your allies. Sounds great. I want a grenade, I guess. 25 damage to all enemies. Give me that one. No. Those are good. Grenades are good. I didn't mean to click down. I meant to actually go to the Jelly Bean guy's house. Phew. It is crazy hot out here. The desert is just the worst. If you stay here too long, you could end up like one of those charred black skeletons clanking towards you. I don't know why I did that spell. Careful those teeth. Alright, let's go in. A letter, give to him. Hand over the letter. He opens it, reads it, snorts diversely, and tosses it into the fireplace behind him. Video. Thanks anyway. Hi, Vicky. Yeah. Well, I'll be. Thank you kindly, Vicky. I won't ask for details, but I hope they were sufficiently gristly. Now, the second jar of jelly beans was stolen by a passel of them weird goblin fellows. Couldn't understand a word they were saying, but they were very insistent. Which way did they go? Northwest, towards that huge old cactus folks call Old Granddad. Here, I'll mark it on your map, but you can't miss it. Come on. The already intense heat intensifies. Sweat stings your eyes, and while it's stinging them, you fail to use them to notice that you've ridden right into the middle of a herd of pyroboves. Hop down and ready your weapon. No! She died. I might do an necromancy just to make her mad. Cow tongues. Ow, dang, ow. 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 Hi, hey, no climbing for humans. I'm just fighting my way through these guys, ain't. So 67 spooky damage or 82 frost damage. So can I cast this more than once? No, once per fight. Okay. I'm gonna buff myself too. Now what should I do? Our mighty bean, she is now just getting one shot by everybody. Might increase my follow bean next. Goblin trash sack, plus 10 finding item bonus. Some goblin seamster made this bag out of several different kinds of fabric. There's probably some muslin in there somewhere. Goblin absinthe. Increases mysticality by 10 but reduces your moxie and muscle by 5. Hello, no climbing for humans. Excuse me? Who do you think you are telling me what I can and can't do? Pile of goblin jumps. I can't do nothing with pile of goblin jump. There's a gash on the wall of the cactus here within a vein of sticky purple goo. And I can't do nothing with that either. Fine. Why did I do that? This table is covered with flash beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all other equipment that makes up super elaborate alchemy table. including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powders and stuff. Leave well enough alone. I want to not leave well enough alone. Holy crap, if this isn't the most disturbing thing you've ever seen, I don't know or want to know what it was. Hey, guys, those jelly beans, can I, to having them? Oh, what? Our fruit rocks? No. No, not taking our fruit rocks. These being ours, not for your taking. Jeez Louise. Well, what's your plan for dealing with this horror? Yank a goblin off the pile and fight it. Pop 3 off and fight it. The same again, except 5 of them. We're trying to go fly, man. Mr. Count increase. Might as well summon a bean. And what does more? 22 to 49. Apparently, they got some high resistances out there. Oh, okay. Didn't expect to get almost one shot. That's not fun. Oh, still fight 5 of them. Where are those new grenades at? You won. That shrank the pile a bit. 350 XP. That was only a bit. There's so much damage. I don't even know why. Okay, so what I want to know is how much. I've got some points. Hellbender increases my damage quite a bit. That's already maxed out. So let's say that increases my damage again. You want to get a lot of frog beans maxed out of it. I really should try to figure out why or get some more damage somehow. Thing is, I think her heal still sucks too, because like, it really sucks that she's not able to do much. I'm gonna heal her out. Oh, actually, I guess her heal's gotten a lot better than the last time I seen or used it. It used to be 25. Oh. How about 3? Would 3 be a better number for me to fight? There's still just so many of them. I guess we're on our own. But not looking like you're eating them. A jar is still full. What? Eating? Fruit rocks? Not for eating. Fruit rocks just for looking at. You just looking at them? Not fitting through floor hole. Can't leaving room. Fruit rocks only entertainment being. Good grief, that's sad. Try to help them out. Okay, how about I teaching you something else for entertainment? Something better than fruit rocks looking at. Okay, sounding good. I agree. I ain't not certain what being better than fruit rocks looking at. 20 questions. You teach the goblins how to play 20 questions, and once you get them over the initial hurdle of a goblin being neither animal, vegetable, nor mineral, they pick it up pretty fast. Soon, they're so focused on the game, they're stopped paying attention to you entirely. Excellent. Get them. I don't know if that fight would have ever ended. Part way down the trail, goldfish stumble. They seem to have tired from carrying you around. I'm sorry, horse. Sorry, goldfish. Didn't mean to tire you out. How you doing, jelly beans, kid? Got him. Wonderful. Good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. The goblins didn't eat him. It's a long and weird story. Well, never mind, then. You've done a swell job, kid. I've only got one more jar of jelly beans missing. They was stole by a gang of damn hippies. Why'd they take them? Heck, who knows what a hippie's thinking. All I know is they took off, headed south, and a little bit west. You discovered a new map location, Shroom Cave. Shroom Cave? I have been waiting to pick shrooms this whole game. I can't even pick them. No, still. I have these shrooms. Ooh, shrooms. Shrooms everywhere. I got these shroom pliers and you have to use them on anything. You recognize this extremely hallucinogenic Cardis dithyrum powder, blah blah blah. Harvest it. Open your third eye halfway, increasing your micellin by 23 for the rest of the day. Wow. That's awesome. Maybe I should wait or rest so I can start getting some of these better food buffs I've been finding. Yeah, that one. Nice. Bag with a mushroom map. This is a hand-drawn map covered in grubby fingerprints. Harvest it. The cultist is muttering and twitching in his sleep. Mushroom crumbs litter the floor around him. Put him down. Ruthless. Black hood, skeleton bone, human ashes. There's a little slip of pink paper here. Just one slip. Looks like one of the necromancer's cultists got written up. 2 more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal, it's just corporate policy. Oh, the hippies were here. Didn't he tell me the hippies were here and I was gonna get jelly beans? I didn't find any jelly beans. It's time you started gathering clues about the whole Paramount Bolton dead situation going on around these parts. You grab a notebook and paperclip and slip the first page. You got a Necromancer Journal. Let's check that out. Read it. You open your Necromancer Journal and examine the information you've collected so far. You found that discipline slip that mentioned dangerous mushrooms. It said there's a patch of Multurus ostrudus near the lair. Death oysters. They only grow in a narrow band between the big canyon and the mountains. That narrows it down. That looks like everything you got so far. Examine. It's a cremated earthly remains of a person. Someday they'll refer to these as cremains. But you will not approve. Consume them. You swallow the ashes and absorb their death essence. You're always thinking about things like death essence now. Mwahaha. More XP, yes. Read the mushroom cave. The map is labeled shroom location and shows a weird, convoluted trail leading to a big X. You recognize the X as this very cave. The source of the trail looks like it's right near the weird fort full of dirty weirdos. Yeah, this other stuff I need to actually examine. I didn't even know I could examine the one thing. Try it on. As you place the ring on your head, two things happen. One is that it begins humming and shimmering in that weird way of vibrato things shimmer. And the other is that you suddenly feel as if you put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts get weirdly quiet. Your sense of surrounding magical and physical energy is almost completely muffled. Weird. I'll say it's weird and not entirely pleasant. You take off the headband. Okay. What did I get for that? -5 mysticality. Break it. A river scrap, huh? I thought something else might happen, but apparently not. The scroll's in bad shape, and you can't really make out anything new, but you're convinced this must be another clue to the whereabouts of the necromants. You stick the scroll in your journal. Let's check that out. Owl camera. I need to go back there and get that too. I forgot about that. I have a couple more things at the pet place too. The professor told you how to turn this thing off. Do you want to shut it down? No. You can have the weird note, but you can't make heads or tails of it. You stick it in your necromancer journal for now. Okay. You read over the receipt again. You could need that many robes. You stick the receipt in your necromancer journal. Apparently I should have been doing a lot of this. You scrape the largest of the giblets off the scroll and read it. It says to take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person inside a red chalk ritual circle, then sprinkle them with stardust and place a mostly perfect or better glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text has a lot more these and thous and such as like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Okay. The first one says, in a little girl's handwriting, this is the diary of Mary Stearns. I think I've already, yeah, this is the one with it. Yeah, I've already done that one. Okay, well, let's get moving, I guess. And we need to go to Fort Darkness now, because that's where that led us. Find a crate line, lost Dutch oven mine stenciled on. Open it up. Smelling it sounds can on oil. Perfect. The only thing, one thing I remember I need to do here is I need to put on those and that. Skull chips? Bone chip ring. Have more random encounters with skeletons. Thank you. Gold teeth. Gold teeth tiara. Plus to moxie. So if I do this again, it's just the same things. Bone sword. Skull chip. Yeah, 150 meat. Sorry. You see any jelly beans? Well, first we must take care to define our terms. What does it mean to see jelly beans? And what if I see a jelly beans are different than what you see as? Cut the crap before I cut it out for you. No, I have not. But I do know that Irene, the newest, and dare I say the most delightful of our little clan, is particularly fond of them. You might ask her, can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of courtesy and philosophy? No. Can I exercise with you? Alright, plus 10 muscle. Nice, that's all I need there. Where's my helmet? Which helmet was I wearing? Oh, this one right here, okay. I was like, I swear I had something. Okay. Guns. I can crack it. Army issue sidearm. Plus 5 moxie. Not as cool as I was hoping. If you have any electron different potions, I can refine them into more potent, potable IE potion. I in fact do. Go easy on this stuff. There's a real kick to it. Haha. Fully opens your third eye. Okay, thank you. You gain the effect Baccarat Galactrus. Your third eye opens all the way. Like, wow. Technically, I can eat another food. And you use muscle musicality and moxie by 5, and your maximum AP by 2 for the rest of the day. That's cool. Ooh, yeah, those beans. Those beans are nice. Let's go now. Let's just go with the beans, I think. Right? Beans seem good. Yeah, I find one that specifically just gives me a big boost to magic. Actually, let's go with that one. My spleen is full. Wait, what can I? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing apparently. Go with this one. It's 23 mysticality. Yum. Your third eye is halfway open. Mysticality 23. What's my mysticality now? 85. Sing, son. So Hellbender, 6 more points of damage. I'm gonna hang off on using her. Hell yeah, would you like to buy a mushroom? This batch is extra groovy. I had some jelly beans recently, I don't quite remember. Oh, they were in my lounge. Where's your lounge? I don't quite remember, only they were part of the time anyway. What? Ha, I don't know. Would you like to buy a mushroom? This batch is extra groovy. How about a free mushroom? Plus 10 moxie. How about a free mushroom? Well, I suppose they're ultimately free after all. Sure, one won't hurt. Plus, what do I even need meat for? I got mushroom again, and then this moxie. Ugh. The courtesans have really taught you a lot about how to take advantage of hippies. Exactly. Would you like to buy a mushroom? No. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to here. You see any jelly beans? Teeth, jawbone, teeth. I see. Yeah, I'm getting here having more of these things. I'm more inclined to sell a bone chip ring. I don't know if I need to find accounts. Anything about a lounge? Yeah. Teeth, lumbar, vertebrae. Makes sense. See any jelly beans? Got the crab before I cut it out. You know the Irene lounges. I've been there before, but for some inexplicable reason, I was never invited to return. Inexplicable. I would self-actualize by returning on my own, but I don't remember where it was, and Todd will not tell me. It's quite frustrating. Can I interest you in discussion? No, we're done here. What's it doing now? You seen any jelly beans? No, I'm not interested in a jelly bean unless they're the kind of jelly beans that get you completely blasted. I don't think that's a real thing. No, it is. I heard that they got them in Frisco. That doesn't seem safe, you know, for kids. If you have any blah blah blah, do you know where the lounge is? Oh yeah, I do. Don't tell the talking dude if you don't mind. But it's in the cave where we get all our mushrooms. I didn't see any lounge there. You gotta be, he jerks his thumb at the apparatus behind him and winks at you. If you have any, so I gotta get high, which I already did. Conveniently. I took the drugs, guys. Local weed, yeah. Gotta keep our eye out for anything new over here. Oh, like there it is. What a strange time. Take it. You still in your bag. Unfortunately, it isn't real lava. Lamp imbued with the magic and filled with a strange lava-like substance. It's Roy's beans. Yoink! They do look pretty cool under the black light, you do have to admit. Your great grandkids are gonna love this kind of music. Is there anything else in this cave now that I'm like stoned out of my mind? Nope. Roy Bean's house. Your transfer starts making that bleeping noise that means either treasure or monster, and who can risk that gamble? Not you. At least it's not in this counter. Anyway, your involuntary risk-taking is rewarded when you find a high-text crate. Sadly, it's locked. Opening with a keystone. Got more crap. And you. Howdy, Vicky. Any line over the last job? Got it right here. Well, I'm jiggered. I didn't figure on seeing any of them jelly beans again, and here you brought back 3 jars. I ain't got much to reward you with other than a handshake, Vicky, but maybe I'll be able to pay you back somehow in the future. Don't sweat, Roy. I was happy to help. I'm not happy to help. Give me the money. Give me the money. Give me 6,000 buckaroonies so I can buy your jelly bean. Or give me the jelly bean. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting wood for them. I don't know why I went up there. I already know what I'm doing for them. Alright, so we come down here. Got me a needle. Well, that's interesting. You pulled from cows from their home dimension and mercilessly slaughtered them. You monster. Haha, just kidding you. They're super evil. 40 XP in the brain. Tainted milk. It's a portal of hell. You hear ominous moving. This sure seems like a powerful source of hell cow energy, and it's very loud, too. The only part of this shed that didn't burn was the part this horseshoe was attached to. Guess it's really good luck. Grab it. Grab it. Pistol damage. Turn it upside down or all... Don't turn it upside down or all the luck will fall, because luck is apparently a fluid that only exists in 2 dimensions. We got the petting cemetery. We got some stuff to drop off there. Oh, Sally, hello. We'd love to see if you have anything yet. Apple, dynamite, pickaxe. Oh, your inventory's already done in a while. Open it. No, I don't want the buffalo. I want the pack rat. Take a picture of it. Got to give him the guy out front or something. I noticed you're missing a pack rat. Some damn fool hippie stole it. No idea what they wanted it for. There's a reward for anyone who recovers. What's the reward? 50 meat. That isn't very much. Well, depending on your life expectancy, you could be as much as a whole decade free of admission. Oh yeah, I'll get it. I know you're missing a buffalo. I never actually had a buffalo, but I set the pedestal up just in case. If you find me enough buffalo bones for a whole skeleton, I'll buy them off you for 50 meat. Only 50? That could be a whole up to 10 years worth of membership, assuming you don't smoke too much or in bed. Oh yeah, see what I can do. Yeah, that ridiculous fool Kellogg stole to use for anatomy lessons. I tried to tell him it's stupid to use an ape skeleton to teach human anatomy, especially when there's plenty of actual human skeletons out in the desert for free. He just wouldn't hear it, though. Listen, I'll give you 50 meat to go and steal it back from me. 50 meat for burglary? Hey, recovery, not burglary. And heck, that's your years of your membership paid back. Maybe as many as, well, you look like a risk taker 3. Okay, I'll get it. I have one of those. Marvelous. Well done. Welcome back, old friend. He puts the skeleton back on the pestle and gives you a pouch of meat. Oh, how much in that? 150 XP. So what's the gorilla give me for a buff? It doesn't tell me. Please keep your damn dirty hands off it. That's great. I didn't see any skeletons at the hippie's place. The buffalo thing, oh, actually, there is bones in this tent here. Alright, there. Yoink. You stuff the pack rat skeleton in your bag. The lady's too preoccupied with the contents of her head to notice. And I assume the buffalo pile's right here. We get buffalo stuff, right? That makes sense. Buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo. Don't tell me what to do. I don't know if we're gonna die or not. I'm hoping we're not. Aha! Take that, nerds! Unlimited bones. You've secured access to an unlimited supply of bones in case you need bones for anything. The bones of Buffalo Pile are at your disposal. Sweet! You've seen how they put a stop to the cult activity at Buffalo Pile. Impressive. You pretty much have the run of the place now if you need any bones for anything. Pick and lock 3. Well, I guess time to spend some points because I'll save them just in case I need to spend them. Gold skull. Buffalo soldier diagram. This is a detailed diagram of one of those buffalo skeleton, human skeleton, skeleton hybrid things they've made. Cool. What was the other thing? Golden skull? I have 2 golden skulls. Just sell it. Grave dirt. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Big law. Black hood bottle of buffalo tranquilizers. These heavy glass bottles they buff out. I didn't read the rest of them. I just got distracted. Buff out buffalo tranquilizer and has a handful of pills rattling around in it. It's buff out from that other really popular game, Fallout. That's the one. Grab bones for a soldier, grab them bones. Box of buffalo bones. Just enough bones for exactly 1 buffalo skeleton. Grab bones for a soldier. Grab them both. Do it. Boy. Put the bones on the slab. You lay the bones in an indentation, unsure of what to do next. You start grabbing bottles and supplies from various shelves and drawers and working on the skeleton more or less at random. Some bone glue here, some artificial ligaments here, some horn polish. Well, on the horns. That one was pretty obvious. Now all you need is, the funnel at the top says pour reanimation fluid here. Looks like you're going to need some reanimation fluid. You undo all your work and collect the bones. Which I don't actually know how to make the reanimation fluid. They had like a rhyme that didn't make sense to me. But we should have everything for Pet Cemetery now. You find a rectangular hole, roughly 3 feet. Ah, it's a grave. Yeah. Jump in and see what I find. Burial whiskey, handful of coins, grave dirt, old engagement ring. Just sell it. Yep, got it right here. More stuff. All day's work. Yep, got it right here. So what? Bravo, safe and sound. Thank you, kindly fellas. All he said on that one. Any luck getting those buffalo bones? Well, now these will do fine, just fine. Excuse me while I go wire these together real quick. He sets the skeleton on the pedestal, then returns and gives you a pouch of meat. Cool. Nope. See ya. Cool. We did it. We done did it. All right. The Great Gambonzo. Did we finish everything at Soup Stock Load? I don't remember that. I probably did, but take a log, hammer, monkey wrench, perfect, thank you. Soup. Soup. I need a quest log for people like me who forget things, so. Oh, hey, look. I think it came back. There was stuff here I needed. The shredding machine says municipal organic fluid, pipeline, offline, insert organic fluid. 3 buttons appear on the screen. Organic substance, organic sedative, organic refreshment, organic fluid return. Refreshment? Sustenance. Food cube. Go. Sedative. Vibrato Rome. Ooh, that's good. Let's get another sedative. Sedative is one we're going to want to use. Did Chuck ever wake up? Let me check on Chuck. We're going to be getting off here in just a moment. Figure we'll run around and do a couple random things for a minute, though. Oh, he never woke up. For treason. Let's check on the professor, see if he's got anything new to say, because I don't remember if we discovered anything from the last time. I wish they had an actual quest log in this game. Is my only biggest issue, because I get too distracted to remember everything I'm working on. Do you know anything about ley lines? I don't hold much with that mystical mumbo jumbo. It's very unscientific, but it does come up in my research from time to time. So I'll give you the basic overview. He draws you some curved intersecting lines on a piece of paper and explains how they relate to local geography and so-called mystical forces. It's pretty interesting stuff and makes sense considering what you already know about magic. 50 XP and ley line diagram. Nice. That's for the necromancer stuff. This diagram is surprisingly comprehensible. You stick it in your necromancer journal. Where are we at on this thing? Using the ley line diagram, you narrow the location of the necromancer's lair down to a handful of possible locations based on unseen currents of energy and riddled land. You excellent. You found a cryptic note about Helico engine. Necromancer's lair must be near the crazy portal you found in the Hellstrom land. Eureka! Your knowledge of mushrooms combined with the carelessness of necromancer's mushroom gathering cultists allowed you to narrow down the location to a strip of land between Big Canyon and the mountains between there and Dirtwater. Indeed. You've got it. You finally got enough information to pinpoint the precise location of the Necromancer's lair. You discover a new map location, Necromancer's Tower. Huzzah! I guess that's something we can do real quick. Only thing is, I was so tempted to go or become the Necromancer because I know I've never done this quest, but I know you can become the Necromancer. You hear a gunshot and a bullet pings off a rock near your feet. You turn around to look at the culprit and see a skeleton a few yards away. A skeleton with a buffalo skull instead of a regular skull. So that's how your day is going. Use buffalo tranquilizers on him. You throw the medicine bottle at the buffalo-headed skeleton. It shatters her forehead, and one of the pills goes in her eye socket. She passes out immediately and doesn't even wake up when you steal her cool bandolier. 7 pistol damage. Oh, I should have just killed her. I just wanted to see what that one did, because I had him. All blackened and withered. The skull above the door screams, "Password!" Unfortunately, you don't know the password. Okay, guess we're not doing the Necromancer's Tower. We still haven't done the puzzle up there. We ended up bypassing it, but we probably should do that. I don't even know where to start on it, though. Caretaker's sleeping off the war game adrenaline. It's probably best not to bother him. Okay. Cool. I have no idea what the puzzle is here. I know it's something to do with numbers, and I just don't know which numbers. And, I don't even... Not sure what I would need to know. Oh, let's read it. User the Necromancer's Tower has resulted in finding the Necromancer's Tower. Though, how do you get in? Yeah. That is the conundrum. Can it cure soon? Transformer beeps indicating an ordinary looking corpse of trees just over the next ridge. Copse. Not corpse. Curious copse. Ooh. Hit. Moving between transformer reaches a deafening volume. That's a big portal. Coffee maker. There's some graffiti scratched into this machine next to a single button. It says refreshment. Unzumbu. Temperature. Poo poo. North Intro Construction Facility online. Terminal corruption detected. Primary terminal. Select secondary terminal. Construction. Select municipal construction. Local bridge beacon. Anti-tipsy chaotic sedative system construction terminal. Bridge beacon. Solar destruction cannon. Military personal cannon. Auditory personal destruction cannon construct. What in the world? Oh, you know what I would do here? What did you have to do here? So, I guess we go back to wander, because I'm very confused by everything going on in that. Goldfish carefully navigates a bunch of weird rock formation. Everything suddenly goes silent. Everything except the racing of your palms. Blah blah blah. Horror by Kill it. Kill the fire. Or ice. Frozen beans. So she probably rests for a day or two so we can actually do the Ghostwood stuff still. Technically, we could do bread wood still. You can man who for some reason has set up 3 wooden posts sticking out of the ground, with the first one encircled by a pyramidal stack of different sized stone rings. The man is looking at the stones and scratching his head. When he sees you, he asks if you mind helping him move the stones to the 3rd post. Tell him what you think of the stone rings. You give the man his stone rings the double middle finger and stride away with deep satisfaction. Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. What else can we do for your problems? Stolen yeast. We take our yeast supply very seriously here in Breadwood, and that dang yeasty gang made off the whole lot. A couple of fellas said they saw them loitering around the old brewery, so that's probably where they made their hideout. We need that yeast back. Okay, we can do yeast. Probably the last quest. We'll try to get this yeast for him, and then get back to town. You hear the crackle of a southwestern lightning snake. Too bad you don't have a forked lightning rod with you. Wait, wouldn't that wouldn't work at all, would it? I didn't know what you said at all. Electric snakes. You can put that on your hat to add 7 spell damage. Nice. The fella's too scared to talk. He just totally freaked out about yeast. Yeah, there's yeast over there. Sample comes. It's only pure alcohol. The dead guy's hat got knocked off and covered with yeast. Grab it. Yeast covered hat. Mysticality 5. This is a great hat to wear if you and your loved ones absolutely love the smell of dough, or if you don't mind it and your enemies hate it, I guess. Some kind of crazy yeast monster has apparently broken loose from the vats, eating some of the bandits. I guess they brewed up something they couldn't put down. They could barely control it. You have to hop to it if you want to prevail here. Okay, let's buff up. And how much are we doing? More than enough. So we'll just bean rain him. You beat the yeast beast to a pulp. 200 XP. Hooray! The remains of the horrible yeast beast. I guess you could take some back to the mayor. It's probably still good, right? Sure. Half ton of yeast. This whole yeast theft biz doesn't seem to have gone well for you guys. Yeah, no, oh, geez. Are you a bounty hunter? Relax, the mayor just wants his yeast back. He didn't say anything about hauling you in. Phew, okay. Well, the yeast is in that revolting pile. So what happened here? Well, we got bored of bread is all. I know a bit about brewing, and we figured if we came back with a couple of kegs, nobody would mind so much that we stole the yeast. No offense, but it seems like you aren't much of a brewer. Hey. Well, ideally, you wouldn't end up with a ravenous yeast monster. That wasn't my... Okay, well, I guess it was my fault. But I understand what happened. These vats are old, and we didn't clean them out properly first. Because we were in a hurry. I think there were some frogs living in one of them. And you figured you could use the extra hops? If you're sure you've got it figured out. Well, if you're sure you've got it figured out, you could set up a shop in Dirtwater. Oh? Yeah, it's turning into quite a little metropolis. I'd love to have my own place. Oh, okay, I'll go check it out. Take your leave. 3 cans of beer left. Can of schmaltz blue ribbon. Nice. You're under arrest. For what? Stealing about 2 handfuls of yeast? Yes. And the sentence for that is what? About 3 days in jail? And Breadwood does not actually have a jail? Alright, I'll let you off with a warning this time. I'd shoot him. I don't take prisoners. Just gonna be honest here. That's my... We're almost done with all his stuff. Happy to help. No. How about that lumber? Thanks. Happy to help with his problems. Apparently we got the... I guess we got enough for the bridge. The Baker Boys cleaned out our bank right out, and that's not a bit fabulous if you ask me. Fortunately, they haven't been too secretive about the location of their hideout. You can get our bread back, or can you get our bread back? I mean, the place is called Breadwood. We have to have some bread. Okay. Alright, that's going to be it for me today, though, guys. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to share my channel with some people. I want to try to get to 100 relatively quickly, hopefully. Followers. And if you guys have anything you want me to try to stream, let me know. If it's something that I don't have a lot of money right now, but if I have something that I already have in my Steam library or something, I'll play it. Or if I can get some money and I can try to do it. I've got a couple subscribers now, so I should be able to potentially buy another game before too terribly long. So yeah, just send me messages. My Twitter's always there. You can send me a message there if you have suggestions for games. But yeah, that's about it. The goal is 100 for right now. When we get to 100, we'll probably try to bump it up. I don't know what we're gonna do for 100. I might try to do some kind of longer live stream. Maybe do a Q&A or something. I don't really know. Alright, well, you guys have a good day. I'm gonna go do some other chores around the house before the girlfriend gets home. Have a good day.